Joining me now in Studio A from the Farmington Public Library, Jennifer League of Her Own Ryan is here. Good morning. Welcome back to KSJE, Jenny Lee.
I like that one.
Do you?
Jennifer League of Her Own, yes.
Okay.
I know,
right.
I rarely like the nicknames you give me, but yeah.
This one's okay.
So,
All
yeah.
right. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Very good. And you brought another guest with you, first timer to KSJE.
I brought our new public technology, well, not new, almost a year, but public technology coordinator. This is Adam Barber.
Adam, good morning.
Morning.
Welcome
Morning,
to KSJE.
And our public technology department has a whole bunch of fun programs planned for this summer. Well, we've got so much going on this summer.
You do have a lot going on.
It's crazy sauce, right?
Exactly, true. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, but welcome. Good to have you here, Adam. So
Thank you.
appreciate you being here and the job that you do to supervise this one over at the library. That is a full-time job.
I try to.
Yeah, you're not paid enough to do that.
No one really
I
is.
take a break every now and then.
I
Good
know.
for you.
I think my actual supervisor isn't paid enough for that.
That's true. I've heard that.
Man, she just kind of winds me up and lets me go.
Yeah, very
Which
true.
is probably the best technique. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But anyway, great to have both of you here to talk about all the things that are going on at the library. You just launched your summer reading program.
Our summer reading program has begun.
Yes.
So make sure you're signed up for the Color Our World Summer Reading Challenge in Beanstack.
Right.
Every book you read and log is a chance to win. So this year you have to read and log 5 books and you'll start earning raffle tickets. And then there's more badges for like every 5 books that you read and log. You get another badge and you get another 5 raffle tickets.
That's for any age. 5 books.
It's all ages. Yes,
Yeah.
everybody reads.
The same amount
Yes.
is what we need. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So,
'Cause that's different.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, no,
I mean,
we've kind of streamlined it just so
Okay.
it's easier so I don't have to sit here and list like 3 different challenges and 3 different, amounts of books and everything. So,
Right.
yeah, we're simplifying.
Okay.
That's what
I
it's
like
all
it.
about. Yeah. So, but we're giving away, oh my gosh, we're giving away a 3D printer.
Okay.
Which Adam will talk about. We're giving away a Nintendo Switch, the OLED model, which is the upgrade from the Nintendo Switch.
Okay.
And then probably next year we'll be able to do the Switch too. It just wasn't released in time for us to give away this year.
Gotcha.
So, but I just upgraded from a Nintendo Switch to an OLED. And I love it, like huge difference. So,
Really?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I do. Yeah. So, what else?
Does that have cup holders? What is it? What's the difference?
The screen is bigger and the graphics are smoother.
I see.
So, and the handles, so when you play handheld, on the old Switch, they kind of click and they kind of wobble a little bit, and these are a little bit more solid. So now the Nintendo Switch 2 will have, more of that. I think it's a bigger screen, faster graphics, and the handles are magnetic.
Oh.
So it'll be even less wobbly. But yeah, it doesn't come out until tomorrow. So,
All right.
Little late for our summer reading program, but we've got like all the Lego botanicals. We just bought a whole bunch of those, and you can win like a full set of the Lego botanicals.
Okay. The flowers,
The smart
right?
vacuum.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, the shark vacuum! It mops and vacuums and then empties itself.
Nice.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
All right.
It's pretty cool.
See? There you go. Cool.
Oh, we've got the well, we talked about this last time. The tractor trailer. The
Yes.
9-volt tractor trailer for
That's
kids,
true,
so
right.
you can send the kids to go work on the farm, as Scott suggested.
Why not?
I don't suggest it. But
Okay.
do what you gotta do.
Earn their keep.
Yeah.
One in it. There you go. So,
They're
okay.
gonna just all their little stuffed animals around.
But you have different prizes available depending on the ages of the folks. They can pick and choose what they want to try to win.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's
So
how it works.
it's not based on age. You can, if your 3-year-old really wants that vacuum, they can put all their tickets in there, and you can mix and match the raffle tickets up until midnight, July 31st.
Okay.
So if you get
Midnight
a Cricket
Mountain
4,
Time.
yes.
Okay.
So if you get a Cricket 4 for your birthday, and all your tickets are in the Cricket 4, then you can move them to something else.
Oh.
So yeah.
Okay. You can keep deciding.
Yeah.
got
Oh yeah.
it.
No, mix and match. Yeah.
Okay.
Do your thing.
All right. Very cool. Well, it's exciting.
It
Lots
is
of cool things. And,
cool things.
people can get in there. And the more books you read, the more chances you have to win these.
Yes, the
prizes.
most you can earn is 575 tickets.
Oh my
I did the
gosh,
math because
really?
I like math. Yes, so
Somebody does.
Yeah, once you read 500 books, over the summer between May 31st and July 31st.
That's almost physically impossible.
If you're reading like kids books
together
as a family, and remember, if you're a parent and you're reading kids books with your kid, it counts for you too. It counts for the whole family that reads it together. And I always hear parents saying, well, that feels like cheating. It's so not cheating, because we want to reward you for reading with your kids.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
And you told me it's also not cheating reading the back of my Pop-Tart carton.
Whatever you can log counts.
Yeah.
It all counts.
Okay.
Yeah, if you log it, we don't check. If you log it, we count it.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
There you go. So, perfect. Okay.
So
in the meantime, there's a lot of other stuff going on.
Oh my gosh.
At the library too, right?
Yes.
And so we want to talk about that because you brought in lots of graphics and lots of posters for things that are happening, because that's also part of what you do.
Yes, this has been my life for the past 6 weeks.
Yeah. So tonight
we have our Disney trivia.
Right.
So, and as you were asking on the picture, that is Oswald the Lucky Rabbit.
Yes.
Which is probably a trivia question because you thought it was. Scott said, "What, this mouse?" And I'm like, "That's not a mouse. That's obviously a rabbit."
He looks similar to a certain mouse.
Well, yes, because Oswald the Lucky Rabbit was Disney's first creation, and then Warner Brothers, when Disney left Warner Brothers, they kept his creation because the cartoons were doing so well.
Right. So Walt Disney said,
so he went and he created Mickey Mouse after that.
Gotcha.
Because they stole his creative. I mean, they didn't steal it. He signed the contract.
Right.
But yeah,
They owned it.
But that's when he started Walt Disney Studios for, and
it's now in the public domain, so here it is.
It's now in the public domain. So
you're using it.
So, yes, and that might actually be a question tonight about Oswald the Lucky Rabbit.
Okay,
so
there you go,
okay.
listeners.
You can research.
Yeah, sure.
We're a library. We want you to research and know things. It's fun to know things.
But so Trivia Night is all things Disney, so that is a lot of things.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm not competing because I could probably win it.
You probably could, true. Yeah.
Yeah. So tonight,
I guess there could be movie questions, theme park questions,
oh my gosh,
character questions, all of it. Right?
I know.
Okay.
Yeah. So parks around the world, all that different stuff. So 6 o'clock tonight, you can put together a team.
Okay.
If you want to give your team a clever name, we love that.
Sure.
Or you can come and just compete as an individual, or you can show up by yourself and like team up with people if you want, or join a team. It's pretty free form. The fun thing we're going to do is it's not going to be in our big multi-purpose room.
What?
It's going to be out in the rotunda.
Oh.
At that 9-panel screen. I think we're bringing out the flipboard, so it'll be on the smaller screen, but it'll be in that area with the 9-panel.
Okay.
So that if you're just curious, you can just kind of,
take a look,
casually watch, as you walk by. So
actually, I had the pleasure of testing it.
Oh.
So it will actually be on the big 9-panel inside the library.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
News right here.
Thank you. I knew there was a reason why I needed you here.
See?
Yeah.
So it'll be very exciting. First time we're ever doing a trivia night on that big 9-panel.
Okay.
I'm happy to announce that I do actually know all the questions, so please don't send them.
Oh,
I actually did get to see.
So you won't be playing?
No, I will not.
No, you
be
can't
playing.
be playing. Got it.
And Adam does accept bribes.
No, I'm sure he doesn't.
Just depends.
Yeah.
Right. Gotcha. Well, cool. Very cool. Well, I hope all goes well. I don't want to jinx it, so that'll be very exciting. Be larger than life trivia night.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
That's going to be a big old Oswald the Lucky Rabbit.
True.
Yeah.
Very true. Okay. Very good. And then let's see. You've got another event this week. That is on Friday.
Yeah.
Something called the Joystick Jamboree.
Yeah, that's going to be actually part of my program for my crew and I. We just decided that we wanted to create an event for a lot of people to just come in and be like, hey, I want to relax. I want to play some games, some video games inside the library.
Nice.
Something you don't see much often anywhere at any other library.
Right. Is this an all ages event? Or?
Yes, all ages. Come on, come one, come all. Have a good time. It'll be in the same area of where we're where the trivia night will be hosted.
Okay, so around the rotunda area, right
around
there
the
in the middle.
Rotunda area, we'll find our spot. We'll get it going.
Nice.
But it'll also be taking place, of course, with another event that's going on in the library over on the youth services side. They'll be offering their game, of course, on their end. But we wanted to focus more of kind of like the retro Nintendo Switch style, everything like that.
Gotcha.
So you can test out the Switch and then be like, I really want to win that, and that's where you put your
reading.
Yeah, if you want to test things before you put your raffle tickets.
Go home with an armful of books.
Yeah.
Off you go.
So just a warning: Fridays are going to be shush free.
Oh.
Meaning
Yeah.
it might get a little loud and rowdy in the library
my.
Friday afternoons. So we're doing shush-free Fridays all summer long.
Where's the graphic for that?
I didn't send you that one, but
I
it is
want to see one. It's got to be great, I'm sure. Okay.
Mostly
met me.
from 2 to 4.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's going to be our heavy, big time of...
Yeah.
But we can't go crazy.
No
Yeah.
shushing.
I mean, we can't go crazy.
no
but
Yeah.
still.
yelling at least.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
But exciting.
Within reason. But if if you need a quiet place in the library during our shush-free Friday afternoons, you can request a study room. We can find. It's a big library, so we
Yeah.
can find you, a quieter place.
Okay.
And this is obviously not something we'll do during the school year because we do need
Right.
more study things. But in the summer, we can get a little loud.
A little louder.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Very
So-
cool.
And kind of one of the reasons why we wanted to do the Joystick Jamboree is because of one of the prizes being a Nintendo Switch.
Right.
So just to give people the opportunity to
idea
try
to
it
check it
before
out.
you can win it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's something you might be interested in. Maybe you didn't know at first. This will give them the opportunity to
Okay.
discover that.
Got it.
And then at the same time, the video game that they'll win with their prize, we actually will be offering that as a station. So if they want to try that game out, they might like it. They might not.
We got the so
Okay.
we're giving away the Nintendo Switch OLED with the Mario Brothers Wonder
Oh.
game. Have you played it yet?
I have not.
No. Okay.
How was
Neither one of us have played
I
it.
haven't played it.
No,
Okay.
not yet.
You know how
Kind
much
of busy?
Well, we've been busy, but I like Mario, and I liked going to the Super Nintendo World in Universal Studios. I just hate the game.
Oh.
Those side scrollers where you it's very stressful when you can fall down a pit. I don't like
True.
having the threat of falling in a pit. I like Mario Kart.
Yeah.
So
You're all about
yeah.
that.
Yeah, but
Well, I've seen you drive. That makes sense.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
But the threat of falling in a bottomless pit really stresses me out.
I gotcha.
So, which defeats the purpose of when I play video games.
True. We don't want
Yeah,
that.
and I'm assuming the Mario Brothers Wonder is a side scroller.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, yeah.
The 4-player side scroller.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
So.
All right. So that's coming up this Friday, 2 to
We're
4.
Very
Yeah.
excited.
Okay. During Shush-Free Fridays.
Shush-free Friday
like that.
afternoons.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I figured you'd like that.
Very cool.
So-
And then the return of the Cottonwood concerts this summer.
Yes, and we're actually doing a few more. We were able to get Sean Gaskill back. He was here last year.
Right.
Before the summer, he could only perform on a Tuesday, so we're doing a Cottonwood concert on a Tuesday. And-
Why not?
Why not?
Well, the rules are just going out the window at the library this summer.
What rules? Come
Shush-Free
on.
Friday, Tuesday concert. Crazy.
Madness. Madness. But we enjoyed him so much, and it's such a
Yeah.
unique instrument. He teaches about the instrument as he performs.
Right. He plays the kora.
The kora.
Right.
How did Megan describe it? It's like a banjo made out of a gourd.
Yeah.
But not.
Okay.
She really emphasized on but not.
But not, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we have a clip.
Yeah.
We have a clip of him playing the kora. Let's take a listen. There's a little bit of Sean Gaskill playing his kora at another library. That was in Florida, anyway, but he'll be doing the same thing at the Farmington Public Library.
That thing has 158 strings on it or something.
There's a lot.
There's a lot.
You can see that. That's true. So anyway, but that will be one of the first Cottonwood concerts of the season, right?
Yes.
On Tuesday,
Yeah.
as we said. So you want folks to check that out and enjoy that.
And
6
then
p.m. And it's going to be outside, weather permitting.
Yes, absolutely. And
That's
then,
the name,
Yes, and
Cottonwood
then once
concert.
we're warmed up, we'll have Andy off at Irwin.
Yes.
Who is one of our favorites.
That's on Friday.
Yes.
Okay.
So the Friday the 13th.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it going to be
Ooh.
spooky? Or is it going to be funny? Or both?
It's Andy.
Yeah, true. Speaking of which, we have a clip.
What?
I know.
Man, look at you.
It's crazy.
All
It's-
prepared and stuff.
That's true.
My Aunt Marguerite's 85 years old and just graduated from medical school. The way she explains it like this: my girlfriends and I, our husbands have passed on, and we were tired of the bridge club and the garden club. So we all went back to medical school. because I'd been a widow so long. Ask me how long I've been a widow. Thank you. Well, when my husband passed away, he bought us his and hers tombstone. That's a better value. You know, you've seen it has his name on it, and the year he was born, and the year he died. And then there's my name on it, and the year I was born. And then there's a 19. My tombstone's got the Y2K.
Andy Offutt Irwin, who will be at the Farmington Public Library as part of their Cottonwood concert series next Friday, June 13th.
Yeah.
So,
oh, he's so fun. He's
he is
so
a lot of
delightful
fun.
too. Yeah. So we try to bring him in once a year, just because he's so fun and he's such a friend of the library. You know, we've brought him in frequently when we were doing the Four Corners Storytelling Festival.
That's right.
So when we were unable to do that anymore, you know, we started bringing in different tellers. And Andy Offutt Irwin, Dovey Thomason, and Kim Whitecamp, they're pretty standard. We bring them in pretty frequently. So, and if you've never seen a storyteller, I always suggest it as a first date idea.
You mentioned that, yes.
I have,
right.
because
why is that?
Because when you hear the storyteller, you start thinking about your own stories, and it's a really good conversation starter on that awkward first date when you're trying to think of what to talk about. So when you talk about the stories and start the conversation, it's a really good way to get to know the person that you're with. Yeah.
True, right. And you know why else? It's free.
It's free.
So there you go.
Yes.
Win-win.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then, so it starts at 6, it goes to 7, and then Lauderhouse is within walking distance. So
You're not recommending one specific restaurant.
No.
You're just saying.
I'm just saying.
It's in the neighborhood.
It's walking distance.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah. People park at the library anyway to go there, so you might as well just, leave your car where it is. And
Okay. Fair enough. That's cool.
Yeah.
But that's coming up. So, all right. Very good. You've got another Pokemon event in June as well, on the 28th.
Yes, this is part of a global event, which is a Pokemon's thing. And so you can buy your ticket now. I think it's like $15, and with that ticket you get like a whole bunch of bonus things, but you don't have to buy a ticket.
I was going to say, what? This is the library we're talking about. But are you talking through the Pokemon game? Is that how we
through
do
the
that?
Pokemon's game.
I
Yes.
see.
And Rachel at our library can kind of walk you through it. You get like a better value if you buy it through the site or whatever. But again, you don't have to buy the ticket.
Okay.
It's just we try to time these with the Global Fest, because that's when there's very rare and unique critters out. And then when we all get together and you're playing the Pokemon's Go, you can and you walk the route.
Yes.
And there's other people around. The more people that are around, the more
critters,
high level critters,
things.
and the more unique things.
I would
the more
think by
stuff
now
you
all
get,
the critters would be caught, but apparently not.
Oh no.
No.
No, it's an ongoing thing.
Yes,
so,
apparently.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you
Cha-ching.
gotta catch them all.
Yes, you do. That's true.
So it's free to join us for the trainer walkathon. Right. Again, you don't have to be participating in the Pokemon Go Global Fest.
Right.
But if you want to, and you want to increase the bonuses you get during the Global Fest, would join us.
If I'm just there with my free little Pokemon app, I can still find some cool different things.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna get like crazy critters. I got like I got like some shiny Electrike. I don't know, but I like showed my friend, and they were like, "Oh, that's useless. I'll trade it." And then someone else was like, "No, keep that. It's very
Wow.
So obviously, you don't have to be a like Pokemon Go aficionado and know all the critters. You can be a casual player like me who only plays like when we're doing an event at the library.
Yeah, like me too.
Yeah.
Exactly. Or when she's bored talking to me at lunch.
Yes. Oh, yes, exactly.
The phone comes out.
So,
wow.
yeah. But I only open it when we're like 3 months out. And I'm like, oh, I better get some weird critters.
Yeah, true.
I need to stockpile for battles and such.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So
that's cool.
So that'll be 11 to 1, and then we'll have the multi-purpose room set up with some cool drinks, because we know it's going to be a hot day. We'll have drinks, and we'll have plenty of prizes.
Okay.
So, and we've got limited edition Pokemon stickers that we have made of all the different critters. So if you have a favorite critter, come and see. Rachel's been cranking out stickers like nobody's business.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So, yeah.
So again, 11 to 1.
Yes,
on
11 to
28th.
1, June 28th.
Okay.
So-
All right. Very good. And then, oh my gosh, it's like a theme.
Yeah,
You've got
so
another trivia night in June.
in
Of
June,
a Pokemon
yes.
trivia night.
prior to the
Sorry,
event.
that was out of order.
You do have them out of order.
I'm
That's
so
so
sorry.
unlike you, Scott.
I know.
So
This
we'll
is
do
June
another
18th.
another trivia. So now that one that I have on the slide, that is it's called a Sudo Woodoo, but I call him Jazz Hands Tree. So sometimes
see that.
Some,
Okay.
so sometimes I get to do what I want to do.
Sure.
And that's why we have the Jazz Hands Tree on there. But yes, if you do know all things Pokemons, you can join us Wednesday, June 18th at 6 o'clock. Same thing, bring a team, come by
Right.
yourself, or just observe while we're in the rotunda
Okay.
of the library playing trivia.
Prizes galore.
Of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
And it's
This
free.
is your time
It's
to
free.
shine.
Yeah.
You know
Right.
everything Pokemon.
True.
Definitely come up with this.
Exactly. And so, same place as the other trivia,
Same
you think,
place,
in
yeah.
this new spot with the 9-panel and all
Yeah.
that?
We're
Fingers
gonna be
crossed.
Showing
Yeah.
it off on the big screen.
Nice.
Yeah.
All trivia nights.
Okay.
For this
Yeah.
summer.
All right.
Did you know you can play the Pokemons on our Flipboard? We have that big screen and I can connect my phone to it and play the Pokemons on it.
No, I never tried that.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
We'll
All
do
right.
that when we get back to the library.
I believe it though, because it is touchscreen.
Yeah.
See?
You catch Pokemon all around.
There you go. Very cool.
Yeah. I get bored a lot and I play the Pokemons on the big screen.
All right, perfect.
Shocked. I'm shocked to hear that. Next, another tournament, a gaming tournament.
Yeah, well, we're bringing back our gaming tournaments. They were such a big hit for us last year.
Uh-huh. Okay.
We definitely wanted to focus on 2 different games, one per each month.
Okay.
In the summer. So our first one coming up in June 20th. It's going to be at 6 p.m. We call it the Blue Shell Open, mainly because of the fact that we're focusing on Mario Kart. This will be our Mario Kart tournament.
Okay.
So we're very excited. Come on out, have some fun. We're going to have other games playable for our community that comes out.
Right.
We're not just going to be focusing on the tournament. Of course, you know, for those who either get out or just want to have a good time, we'll have other games set up at that time too.
Okay.
So pretty big event. We can't wait for it. For those who are really wanting to show their skills off in Mario Kart, I would say this is the event to do so
Genuinely.
because
I don't know. Rainbow Road is the bane of my existence.
Well,
and it's
eat
like
your
I-
lunch. That's
I,
right.
Yeah, I either do really well or I just keep falling off the cliff. Like
Kinda
when I
like-
play Mario Kart, yeah.
Kind of like life.
Kind of like life, yes.
There you go.
I'm either first place or last.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
and we're planning to have a very special first place trophy
Oh, nice.
for our winner there.
Okay.
So we're very excited.
3D printed?
Yes, it will be 3D printed.
Okay. There you go.
Full
Again,
color.
open to all ages, I guess, right?
Yeah.
All ages.
Okay. You'll have
everyone.
the equipment there, and people can just show up and start playing.
Yeah, we'll also be providing drinks and food.
Okay. There you go.
Free.
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 At the library.
I also want to
So,
mention Adam's group printed Pokeballs
Okay.
for the trainer walkathon, so we'll be giving
nice.
those away as prizes too.
Okay.
So,
See?
yeah, they didn't have a jazz hands tree.
You guys are all ready for this,
know.
though. Lots of stuff going on. That's wonderful. So, okay. Very,
You
very
know,
good.
we're a library. We plan ahead.
You kind of do. That's true.
Yeah.
That's very true. And then you've got two.
2 incredible events.
Wow.
Saturday, June 21st. That is going to be a
Calendars
very busy
colliding.
day. It really is.
Yeah.
But we knew that last year when we booked the 2nd annual Read and Roar car show.
Mm-hmm.
We knew it was going to fall on the summer solstice celebration. We figured it was a lovely thing to kind of connect together.
Right.
So,
So as the sun reflects off the chrome on the cars, it's going to beam in through the window into the rotunda.
sure, yeah, you can get. Well, you'll be out there emceeing, so
I
you
will
can come
be.
out there and special guest MC Scott Michlin. I
Right,
did
where's
put
that on the
there.
poster? What-
I'll add it.
You
I
got
can, I
Daniel
can fix
Craven's
that.
on there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's a favorite that we've brought in a couple of times.
Sure.
And so he'll be performing during the solstice because we've got the acoustics and
Right.
but the summer solstice is a smaller celebration because it's a smaller marker.
Right.
So it's over there kind of by the book drop behind the rocks when you first enter. So a little bit smaller, but a good excuse to go inside and get some air conditioning while you're looking at the cars at the Read and Roar car show. Last year we had 113 cars. This year we're expecting about 200 different cars.
Wow.
Even if you're not a car person, it's actually fascinating to go and
Sure.
look. So, and they just look so nice there with the.
And people will get a chance to vote, I think, right? Aren't you going to do some People's Choice voting and things?
So the event is free to attend, but this is a fundraiser for the Farmington Evening Lions Club and the Farmington Public Library Foundation, which provides all the prizes and
for all your
T-shirts.
stuff?
Yes, but mainly for summer reading. So somehow we've got to. We spend their money, we have to get some money back.
Sure.
So
sense.
yes. So I think if I recall correctly from last year, it'll be $1 per vote.
I see how it goes.
So it's basically a $1 donation, and then there will also be food vendors there with food for sale in the parking lot. So basically you can spend the day. If you're entering a car, you want to get there at 8 a.m. Registration is 8 to 10, and then the show starts at 10 o'clock. Voting is 10 to 1. And then between 1 and 2, we'll probably have Daniel Cravens play while Megan and I frantically count the votes.
Calculating, okay. Exactly. Tabulating the results.
Yeah, and then we'll announce all the winners at 2 o'clock. Yeah.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
That's coming up on the 21st.
On the 21st, yeah.
Okay. Very good. Summer solstice.
I know.
Longest day of the year.
Yes. And probably the hottest.
Well, possibly.
Yeah.
That could be. That's true. So
it's going to be a lot.
Okay.
So
very cool.
Yeah.
Very good. And then let's see. Gosh, there's still more. There's still more.
Oh my gosh, there's so more. But starting
every
today
Wednesday,
is Adam's big program that we're very excited about.
As
Adam
you alluded to earlier.
Yes, Adam and his group have been working really hard on this one. So.
Yeah, we hope everyone enjoys it. We call it the 3D Printer's Guide to the Galaxy.
Okay.
What this program is going to focus on is everything 3D printing. So it's
everything.
Everything as far as what 3D printers can do, what you can do with them, what you can make, what kind of filaments do they come with, the types of filament. I could go on, but we want to save all of that for our program.
Okay.
So if you remember last year, we did Print Your Way Across the USA, and we did a topographical map. And each week you could, get a portion of the map and then, collect all 8.
Right.
So this one you're going to get a solar system if you show up all 8 weeks. Yeah.
Okay.
So, and they're using the 3D printer that you could win.
What?
Yeah.
With summer readings. So if you've been interested in learning how to use a 3D printer or, getting one of your own, read and log books, put your raffle tickets in for the 3D printer.
Okay.
Attend the 3D Printer's Guide to the Galaxy every Wednesday at noon to learn more. And then you can also set up an appointment with our public technology staff, and they can teach you some more about how to use the 3D printer.
Gotcha. If I don't win one, but I have one, or I got one as a gift, I can learn how to use it even better.
Yeah.
Or if you don't win and the prices are coming down on those.
Sure.
I've seriously considered it. They now have a 3D printer that'll do 3D printing and all the stuff that the Cricut does.
What?
So I know.
Wow.
Witchcraft.
You can print a
pretty
coffee
high-end
mug
machine.
and print a coffee mug? Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and there's more and more. It seems like there's more and more things available, more designs, more other plans, for these products, right? To build different things
Yeah,
or print
it's a
different
growing
things.
industry. It's just going to continue to grow and expand. But we just want to give the opportunity for those who are interested in 3D printing. This is what our program is going to focus on, is to allow them to see what it can do.
Right.
Give them the opportunity to actually take home what we call a solar system diorama.
Uh-huh.
So again, like Jenny Lee mentioned, if they come every week during all of our program, it's an 8-week program.
Right.
We're going to do a planet per week. And then once at the very end, once we reach the final week, they'll have a full 3D printed solar system diorama.
And
cool.
before you asked, no Pluto.
I was going to ask.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only because we only had 8 weeks.
I gotcha.
It's not a statement on whether we think, the Farmington Public Library does not take a stance on whether or not Pluto is a planet.
I see. Okay.
Sure.
We are neutral.
I see. All right.
Again, today at noon.
There you go.
Yeah.
Starts
all
today.
ages.
Today is the first one.
Yep.
So
Yes.
you could get in at the very beginning today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're very excited.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Well,
So.
it's a big deal. And again, I
It
think we're going to see more and more 3D printed stuff in the future. And there's probably a lot of things we maybe run into today that's 3D printed that we're not aware of.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
Well,
Shoes, everything.
Yep.
And like
Right.
the Cricut is like you can use it out of the box and you can do some things. But we can help you, with some tips and tricks and just, how much we've used
Sure.
it. So, with the 3D printer, my understanding is you do need to learn those tips and tricks before you start. It's like out of the box, you can do things.
Right.
But you need, there is a bit of a learning curve on it to get what you want. And everything has to be, does it still have to be like perfectly level? And
Yeah, and then also the hot plates. What are
Yeah.
what are all the terms of everything that has to go into what runs the 3D printing?
Right.
Making sure you don't hurt yourself because you are dealing with hot substances.
Sure.
A hot nozzle, hot filaments, everything is melting down.
Right.
So we like to provide just an understanding of how all of that works and how it all comes together.
Right. And I guess if you're not sure what you're doing, you can build some really cool things or not, but that filament, it would cost a little bit of money if you do it wrong and it comes out with something that you can't really use. So there's
yeah,
that.
it's not like messing up the Cricut paper.
Yeah. A little bit more pricey than that.
I know.
So that's true.
Look how many stickers have I just?
many
That
countless.
was
Whoops.
wrong.
See, there you
I
go.
lost count.
Yeah, I know. So have I.
Oh well. Well, there you go. Well, we are just about out of time, you guys, for our time together, but there's been a lot. We've talked about a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and we haven't even discussed our weekly programs. What you can do is go to infoway.org. That's our website.
Right.
You can find a link to all the information about the car show, but most importantly, go to the events, and that'll list everything that's happening. What I love about our calendar is you can add it to your own digital calendar and set a reminder. So anytime I hear someone like, oh, I missed that, I didn't know that. No, go to the calendar, add it to your digital calendar. It'll pop up and remind you, just like it popped up and reminded me to come into KSJE today.
Well, I'm glad that it did.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. So there you go. See? And when you say that, it could be your iPhone, your Android phone, your Outlook on your computer, whatever you got.
Yeah, so when you get there, there's
Yeah.
a little clickety-click, and you can just add it to your Google Calendar, or you can download it as an iCal that you can import into any digital calendar your heart desires.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Okay, very good. And Adam, that's a technical term, right? Clickety click.
Yeah,
That's what she. Yeah. Okay.
I
Got
can
it.
vouch for that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, he's met me. He knows that I know enough to look like I know what I'm talking about, but really I just know enough to be very dangerous. When I break things, it's spectacular, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nice.
And I'm learning her terminology, so I know what she's talking about.
See?
Others may not.
There you go. That's
Jazzy on
important
the
too.
street.
And and Adam, that's job security for you. So there you are.
Yep.
Excellent. Very good. Well, thank you all for coming in. Adam, great to have you here. Welcome
course.
to the
Thank you.
library, and thanks for coming over to KSJE. Jaylee, good to see you.
Oh, thank you so much for having us and letting us talk your ear off about all the fun stuff we've got
Lots of
going
fun
on
stuff.
this summer. It's a lot, and it's just going to be so fun. We're going to be exhausted in August, but it's going to be so worth it.
Yeah,
Sure.
all of it
It's-
will be worth it.
No, it's like Disneyland exhausted. Like
Wow.
you've had so much fun, you're exhausted.
That's
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah,
Okay.
so-
Well, we'll look forward to it.
Yeah.
In the exhaustion.
I know.
Thanks so much. My guest this morning from the Farmington Public Library here on KSJE.